Welcome again. I am Brian Lee Durfee, author of The Forgetting Moon, The Blackest Heart, and The Lonesome Crown, all published by Simon & Schuster's Saga Press. Today, I'm going to be reviewing book number 1 in one of my favorite fantasy series of all time. And that is The Lies of Locke Lamora, book number 1 in the Gentleman Bastard series by Scott Lynch. Oh man, I wore my Tesla shirt specifically for this video because this book is fucking electric. And Tesla is just a badass rock band. They just are. I mean, this is the cover of one of their albums. So, as you can see, I have prepared myself for this video with top-notch production values and wardrobe. I'm working with a team of professionals here, folks. A team of professionals, including myself and Pretty Miss Kitty, who is probably going to knock over the set later. Halfway through the video, set will come tumbling down. Anyway, let's get to the book, The Lies of Locke Lamora. Oh my gosh, I bought this when it first came out. I loved this cover. This is the first edition cover by Bantam Books that came out back in 2006 is when it came out. I bought it, I gobbled it up. I read this thing in one sitting, in one night, sitting on my front porch under the stars, starting at about 8:30 at night, read all the way until wee hours of the morning, finished the whole thing, because this thing was amazing. One of the freshest fantasies I had ever read at the time, and even by 2006, I had read a shitload of fantasies. I was well versed in fantasy. I had read a lot of books in my life. And man, this thing came at me like a freight train. I loved it that much. I mean, The Gentleman Bastards, The Lies of Locke Lamora. It's going to go down as a classic in fantasy literature. I guarantee you, it's already on that trajectory right now. It is a tough, funny, inventive, high-intensity book full of plot twists, disguises, thieves, assassins, elaborate schemes and thievery and pickpockets and Shakespearean-like language and dialogue and wickedly enjoyable swashbuckling adventure with some sharks thrown in just for good measure. That's how awesome it is. It is cool. It is one of the coolest books that you will ever pick up and read. That fact is inarguable. Although if you do want to argue the fact in the comments below, go ahead, that's fine. That's what we're here for, to discuss books. I loved it. If you can't tell, I really liked the Lies of Locke Lamora. Then a couple years later, Under Red Seas, Under Red Skies came out, book number 2, and then we had to wait a long time for The Republic of Thieves. And now we're waiting a long time for book number 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know how long the series is going to go, but I can't wait. I can't wait, man. It's one of the hottest new fantasy series. I mean, I say new. 2006, what's that, 14 years ago? To me, that's new. I'm an old man. To me, that's new. Gentleman Bastards, what is it about? Who are the Gentleman Bastards? Who is Locke Lamora? Well, the book is told in present time and flashbacks. And I know that kind of storytelling bothers a lot of people, where, you know, we're flashing back in time and going to the present flashback. That's the structure of the story. In the present time, we've got the Gentleman Bastards led by the thief Locke Lamora and his team, and they are basically, they want to get rid of the crime of the king of the underworld named the Grey King, and they just want to they got a lot of schemes going to just get rid of that dude. And they are living in a city of Comore. If you want to know what Comore is like, just picture like Venice, only 20 times cooler, with sharks. Cool, awesome setup. That's kind of the present day story we're reading, but then we also have a lot of these flashbacks that are important to the present day narrative, but they're flashbacks to Locke Lamora's youth, when he was just a gutter rat street kid, right? When he was just growing up under the king of the thieves, the prince, I can't remember if he was the lord or the god of thieves named Chains. His name was Chains. He had all these gutter kids, all these street rats, living in the gutters of Comore, and he was teaching them to be pickpockets, this, that, and the other, just teaching them to break the law in every way possible. And all the kids become skilled in their craft of pickpocketing and thieving, and Locke Lamora has a certain talent for it that exceeds everybody else, and that's kind of the setup of the backstory, the flashbacks that we get. But it's all kind of tied together with the present story. And not only that, but we get some of the great, great secondary characters of all time. Not only is Locke Lamora just cool as hell, but his buddy Gene Tannen, it's a great buddy story. If you like buddy stories, and if you like your fantasy full of people who are just friends to the end, die-hard friends, and you root for them every step of the way because they're such good friends, Locke Lamora and Gene Tannen, oh, perfect. Scott Lynch writes it perfect. The dialogue is snappy, witty, very Tarantino-esque. This book is on fire. I mean, it's on fire from the get-go all the way through. It's just on fire. It is hot. I mean, that's the thing. I can't get over how much I loved it when I first read it. And you know, some of the other characters in Locke Lamora's little band of thieves that he starts when he's a kid that kind of grow up with him and kind of go on all these thieving adventures. You know, we got Callow and Galdo and Sansa and a whole host of others that follow him through on these adventures. And that's about the only plot points I'm going to give you. Let me just tell you, it's about a band of thieves. They're witty, they're quick-witted, the humor is on point, the humor is spot on. The writing, Scott Lynch's writing is delicious. It's absolutely fantastic. I cherished every word of it. I mean, it was just perfectly done. Perfectly done. And I'm amazed, you know, at these guys that I'm a writer myself, and I sometimes get amazed at some of these guys that are just such fantastic storytellers, like Scott Lynch is. It's just great. If you like hard-boiled crime thrillers, you're going to love this. If you like Dresden Files, you're going to love this. If you like just high fantasy, you're going to love this. If you like your high fantasy with a lot of thieves and assassins doing thievy and assassin things, you're going to love this. If you like magic systems, you're going to love this. If you like adventure, swashbuckling, Three Musketeers type adventure, you're going to love this. If you like anything Shakespeare's ever done, you're going to love this. If you like grimdark fantasy, this is one of the best grimdark fantasies out there. I'm telling you, I give The Lies of Locke Lamora 10 out of 10. One of my highest ratings. One of my top 10 favorite fantasy series of all time. That's how badass it is. And I can't wait to see where the story takes us, because I love this book. I will review these other two down the road. We'll get to them. And that's all I got to say about it. Lies of Locke Lamora, man. Like I said, I don't do spoilers. I just do generally like, hey man, these books are awesome type reviews. So if you want to go out and get The Lies of Locke Lamora, take it from me. It's going to be one of the favorite reads of your life.